Kima the monkey lived in a tall mango tree. It grew by the blue, sparkling sea. Every day Kima ate juicy mangoes. He would throw the seeds into the water below. One day a shark named Papa saw Kima. Papa swam up to the surface. "Hello!" he called out to the monkey. Kima was surprised. He had never spoken to a shark before. "Hello," he replied cautiously. Papa smiled, showing rows of sharp teeth. "Those mangoes look delicious," he said. "Do you think you could spare a few?" Kima was a kind monkey. He felt a little afraid of the shark's teeth, but he didn't want to be unfriendly. Kima picked some ripe mangoes. He threw them down to Papa. Papa caught the mangoes in his mouth. He crunched them with a loud snap. "Thank you, Kima," Papa said. "These are the best mangoes I've ever tasted." Kima smiled. He liked making new friends. From that day on, Kima and Papa met every day. Kima would throw mangoes down to Papa. Papa would tell Kima stories of the deep sea. One sunny afternoon, Papa had a special request. "Kima," he called up to the monkey, "I have something to tell you." "What is it, Papa?" asked Kima, hanging upside down from a branch. "I have been invited to a wedding feast," Papa said. "It is on a faraway island. The food there will be amazing. I would be honored if you would come with me." Kima was excited. He had never been to a wedding feast before. He loved trying new foods. "That sounds wonderful, Papa," he exclaimed. "Excellent," Papa said. "Climb onto my back. I will take you there." Kima jumped down from the tree. He cautiously climbed onto Papa's back. He held tight to Papa's fin. Papa began to swim. He swam away from the shore, further and further into the open sea. The water was deep and dark. Kima started to feel afraid. As they swam, Papa said, "You know, Kima, the king of the sharks, loves to eat monkey hearts. He believes they are the tastiest treat in the ocean." Kima's heart skipped a beat. He had always trusted Papa, but now he felt a pang of fear and betrayal. He realized Papa had tricked him. The promise of a grand wedding feast was just a ruse. He was not being taken to a wedding feast. The forest around him seemed darker, more menacing. Papa was taking him to be eaten by the Shark King. The thought sent shivers down his spine. Kima knew he had to think fast. His mind raced as he tried to come up with a plan. He couldn't let Papa know he was scared. Showing fear would only make things worse. "Oh, really?" Kima said, trying to sound casual. "Well, that's silly." He forced a smile, hoping it looked convincing. "Everyone knows that monkey hearts are much tastier when they are filled with happiness." Kima hoped this would buy him some time. Papa chuckled. "Is that so?" His eyes twinkled with amusement, but Kima could see he was still suspicious. "Yes, it's true," Kima said. He nodded vigorously, trying to appear earnest. "If you really want to impress the Shark King, you need to bring him a truly happy monkey heart." Kima's voice was steady, but inside he was trembling. Kima continued, "You see, a happy heart is much more flavorful. It's like the difference between a ripe fruit and an unripe one." Papa seemed to consider this. Kima could see the wheels turning in his mind. He had to keep the ruse going. "In fact," Kima added, "I know a place where monkeys are the happiest. It's a secret grove filled with the sweetest fruits and the most joyful songs." Papa's eyes widened. "A secret grove?" he asked, intrigued. Kima nodded eagerly. "Yes, it's a magical place," Kima said. "If you take me there, I can show you. The monkeys there are so happy their hearts must be the best." Papa seemed convinced. "All right," he said, "show me this secret grove." Kima breathed a silent sigh of relief. As they made their way through the forest, Kima's mind raced. He had bought himself some time, but he needed to find a way to escape. He knew he couldn't keep up the charade forever, but for now, he had a plan, and that was enough to keep him going. Kima's quick thinking had saved him for now. He just hoped it would be enough to save him in the end. Papa slowed down in the water. He was intrigued. "How do you make a monkey heart truly happy?" he asked. Kima saw his chance. "It's simple," he said. "You see, we monkeys are happiest when we are at home, in our trees, surrounded by our family. We store all our happiness in our hearts." Papa wasn't convinced. "But how can we get your heart when it's back in your tree?" he asked. "I'll tell you a secret," Kima whispered conspiratorially. "There's a way. You see, there was once a washerman's donkey." Kima launched into a long, rambling tale. His voice was filled with excitement and his gestures were animated, capturing everyone's attention. He told Papa about a washerman's donkey who longed for mangoes. This donkey, Kima explained, was not just any ordinary donkey. He had a peculiar love for mangoes, a love so deep that it consumed his every thought. The donkey, Kima explained, would only be happy if he could eat his fill of mangoes under his favorite mango tree. This tree was not just any tree, it was a majestic mango tree with branches heavy with ripe, juicy mangoes. The donkey would spend hours under this tree, dreaming of the day he could feast on the delicious fruits. But the donkey's heart was back at the washerman's house. The donkey was miserable. He would stand alone, looking longingly at the mango tree from a distance, his heart aching with unfulfilled desires. The washerman, busy with his daily chores, failed to notice the donkey's sorrow. Kima continued. The washerman finally understood. One day, as he was washing clothes by the river, he saw the donkey's sad eyes and realized the depth of his longing. He thought deeply about how he could make the donkey happy again. He brought the donkey back to the mango tree. With a determined heart, the washerman decided to take the donkey to the mango tree. He led the donkey through the village, past the river, and finally to the tree that the donkey loved so much. And what do you know? The donkey's heart was so full of happiness that it burst right out of his chest. Papa's eyes widened. The donkey's joy was so immense that it was as if his heart could not contain it. The washerman was surprised to see the donkey's transformation. He had stopped swimming altogether. Papa, who had been swimming lazily in the water, was now completely still. The story had captured his full attention. He was completely engrossed in Kima's story. The tale of the donkey and the mango tree had struck a chord with him, making him reflect on his own desires and longings. Kima's storytelling had a magical effect, drawing everyone into the world of the donkey and the washerman. Kima saw his opportunity. He had been waiting for this moment, a chance to turn the situation to his advantage. The shark, Papa, had been so focused on his mission that he hadn't noticed Kima's cunning plan forming in his mind. "So Papa," he said innocently, "if you really want my heart to be filled with happiness, you need to take me back to my mango tree. It's the only way." Kima's voice was calm, but inside his heart was racing. He knew that if Papa agreed, he would have a chance to escape. Papa thought about this for a moment. The shark was torn between his duty to the Shark King and the genuine desire to see Kima happy. He had never encountered such a clever monkey before, and it made him pause. He didn't want to disappoint the Shark King. The king had given him a direct order, and failing to deliver Kima's heart would mean facing severe consequences. But the thought of a truly happy monkey heart was tempting. But he also didn't want to miss out on a truly happy monkey heart. Papa imagined the joy and satisfaction that would come from fulfilling Kima's wish. It was a rare opportunity to make someone genuinely happy, and it tugged at his conscience. "Very well, Kima," Papa finally said. His voice was firm, but there was a hint of warmth in it. He had made his decision, and he hoped it was the right one. He turned around and began swimming back towards the shore. Kima sighed with relief. The tension in his body eased as he clung to Papa's back, feeling the cool water rush past him. He knew he had to stay alert, but for now, he allowed himself a moment of respite. He had outsmarted the shark. Kima's eyes sparkled with triumph. His quick thinking and clever words had saved him from a dire fate. He couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in his own ingenuity. He had used his quick thinking and storytelling skills to save his own life. As they approached the shore, Kima's mind raced with plans for his next move. He knew he couldn't let his guard down just yet, but he felt a renewed sense of hope and determination. The shore was in sight, and with it the promise of freedom and safety. As soon as they reached the shore, Kima jumped off Papa's back. He scrambled up his mango tree. He sat on a high branch far out of Papa's reach. "Thank you for the ride, Papa," Kima called down, "but I think I'll stay here for now. I'm feeling rather happy, you see, and I wouldn't want my heart to burst." Papa glared up at Kima. He realized he had been tricked. "You tricked me!" he roared. "I thought we were friends." "We were," Kima said sadly. "But true friends don't try to feed each other to shark kings." Papa swam away, grumbling to himself. He had lost his chance for a tasty monkey heart. He had also lost a friend. Kima watched him go, a mix of sadness and relief in his heart. He had learned a valuable lesson that day. Not everyone who seems friendly is truly a friend. Sometimes, even the most charming smiles can hide the sharpest teeth. From that day forward, Kima was more careful about who he trusted. He continued to enjoy his mangoes by the sea, but he never again threw the seeds to a shark. Kima's story teaches us the importance of being cautious. It reminds us that intelligence and quick thinking can help us overcome even the most difficult challenges. And it highlights the power of storytelling, not just for entertainment, but as a tool for survival. So, the next time you meet someone new, remember the tale of Kima and the shark. Be friendly but be cautious, trust your instincts, and never underestimate the power of a good story.